On this week's episode of Bayou Wild TV,
good shooters here. They're really connecting on a lot of them. Not me, but just not as many birds. We've walked a lot, and the weather's very nice today, comfortable. So we'll just keep walking.
Pheasant hunting is a new hunt for me. I've done other bird hunts, but this would be my first time pheasant hunting.
It was great, you know, it was tough hunting at first, but you know, that second day we got some birds, you know, the guys put us on it.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
and the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
and heritage that make us Bayou Wild. It's another Bayou Wild journey this week across state lines. We're headed to that now familiar destination in the rolling hills of South Dakota. And we're joined by 3 generations of hunters who'll share the trip on our annual Cajun Invasion to Bad River Bucks and Birds. But this week's adventure is about more than hunting.
So after several years of a Cajun invasion to South Dakota, every time we come here, we've driven pretty much just straight to the lodge. We've gotten in kind of late. It's almost pretty much dark by the time we get there. And we decided to capitalize on some daylight, which you don't get a lot of in the winter.
And you'll find South Dakota residents. We love it here. We're very proud of our state.
In Louisiana, we live to cook, and we know a little Louisiana flavor brings any meal to life. Whether it's Friday's fish fry or Tuesday's crispy chicken, with Louisiana fish fry, you can turn any meal into a bona fide family favorite. Let's all Louisiana.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
In Louisiana, we live to cook, and we know a little Louisiana flavor brings any meal to life. Whether it's Friday's fish fry or Tuesday's crispy chicken, with Louisiana fish fry, you can turn any meal into a bona fide family favorite. Let's all Louisiana.
Welcome to the capital city of Pierre, South Dakota, our first stop on this year's Cajun Invasion to Bad River Bucks and Birds. We took advantage of an early flight to learn more history on the area of the state and its ties to the country's early explorers. In fact, famed journeyman Lewis and Clark laid eyes on herds of bison and Native American tribes while trekking through these very hills.
Well, it's a brisk 36 degrees here in Pierre, South Dakota. We just landed and got brought over to the Oahe Dam, which apparently is one of the reasons we don't flood down in South, because they've got this beautiful dam here that protects us and they filter the water through it. But more interestingly, I think the history. The Lewis and Clark expedition went through here. Sacagawea was picked up just north of here, and a lot of history right along this waterway.
But decades before Lewis and Clark made their western journey through this land, early French explorers established a trading post near the present-day spot of Fort Pierre. This monument overlooking the Missouri River now marks the location where Canadian French explorers in the 1700s buried a lead plate. It was an alleged claim on this land for the King of France, a precursor to the 1803 land deal of the Louisiana Purchase.
Gautier de Vernay. Yeah, those are all French names.
Yeah. From the French fur traders to the expedition of Lewis and Clark, the Black Hills Gold Rush, the Native American tribes and cattle ranchers, this part of the country is a cultural melting pot. And much like Louisiana's southern hospitality, South Dakotans welcome everyone to enjoy their state and culture.
Hi, how are you? I'm Martha, how are you? Hi, Martha. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you? So the Cattlemans Club, tell me about it. How did this place start?
It started with my dad. Almost went broke, and he knew how to cook a steak, and he bought this old house at an auction. He always thought this would be a great place for a great view. This is the southwest corner of our ranch where I grew up, and farmer rancher all his life. Well, we raised our own beef as growing up. And so he would always have cookouts, you know, that's what you used to do back in the day. You'd have friends and family over and cook steaks and whatever. I mean, people used to trudge through that when it was just a mud parking lot. Just his friends. People lost shoes out there trying to get in to eat a steak.
So what's the furthest customer you've ever met from? I mean, obviously you get hunters, and this is a hunter's lodge and a hunter's club.
So I'll never forget this one guy came, there was a couple of them, but they came from England. And I can't remember what they ordered, but they ordered, I think it was like a 16-ounce prime rib. And then he ordered the porterhouse. But he said, you can't get beef like this.
Really?
Yeah. So that was probably one of the furthest ones that I know of.
Wow.
But they come from all over.
Boneless ribeye, medium rare. Looks amazing.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
The Louisiana Wildfowl Festival is October 22nd and 23rd at the Castine Center at Pelican Park in Mandeville. Over 2,000 hand-carved and collector decoys and other stunning wildlife by world champion carvers. Compare your favorites with judges who award over $45,000 in prize money. Buy outstanding wildlife and wildfowl art at Sunday's auction. Live decoy carving and painting at the Louisiana Wildfowl Festival, October 22nd and 23rd at the Castine Center in Mandeville's Pelican Park. Visit lwccg.com.
South Dakota, Bad River Bucks and Birds. We got a milk truck full of hunters, some eager dogs, some great weather, and we're hoping to go find some roosters.
We actually farther out here. You want to be 50 out, 100 up. So we'll have you two flanked. So one person could be, 100 yards up in front of us on this side, same thing on the other side. You just right. Walk along with us.
Well, this is my third year here in Draper at the Bad River Bucks and Birds. Whether you want to come on the Cajun Invasion to shoot pheasant, or maybe you're interested in another animal, maybe you want to come up in the spring and shoot turkeys, there's definitely opportunity for every style of hunter here.
Rooster! Rooster!
Yay! The ice has been broken. The hunting at Bad River is always wonderful. The state does a wonderful job with their preservation and their limits and their hunting, and they really do a good job here of making sure that they do the best they can to put you on birds. I mean, Adam's a second-year guide, and Tarek didn't guide last year, and I didn't see any difference with them versus any other guide.
This year we had a drought. It was very, very dry this year, so the spring it looked like it was going to be a phenomenal year, and then the drought came and really hot this summer, so it definitely put a punish to our bird numbers this year.
There's still plenty of birds to be shot. I had plenty of opportunities to shoot my limit, and you know, we had to walk a little bit more, but there's still birds here, and there will be every year.
They're around more as the crop's being taken out, so we got more birds showing up here and there, but it's hunting, they're around. We just gotta find them and be at the right place at the right time, more or less now.
We're in our new season of Bayou Wild TV, and that means new merchandise. Head on over to BayouWildTV.com for t-shirts, hoodies, and performance shirts, featuring scenes taken directly from our shows.
The Louisiana Wildfowl Festival is October 22nd and 23rd at the Casting Center at Pelican Park in Mandeville. Over 2,000 hand-carved and collector decoys and other stunning wildlife by world champion carvers. Compare your favorites with judges who award over $45,000 in prize money. Buy outstanding wildlife and wildfowl art at Sunday's auction. Live decoy carving and painting at the Louisiana Wildfowl Festival, October 22nd and 23rd at the Casting Center in Mandeville's Pelican Park. Visit lwccg.com. Continuing this week's episode.
Hey, hello team.
Bad River Bucks and Birds in South Dakota has been our host for Bayou Wild TV Cajun Invasion for several years. The staff here have become more of a family, and other hunters quickly become friends. But the fun of a wild pheasant hunt always gets us excited.
There's always other hunters here, whether they're part of the Cajun Invasion, whether they're deer hunting, or just from all over. It's a great place to foster a hunting environment and a safe and responsible, fun way to start hunting. There's nothing cooler than seeing several generations come together and hunt together, and I think it really does promote a lifelong love for hunting.
So we found the Cajun Invasion through our my father-in-law, who had been here 2 years ago and really enjoyed the hunt, and we decided to come along and check it out this year. Pheasant hunting is a new hunt for me. I've done other bird hunts, but this would be my first time pheasant hunting.
The main thing why we wanted to come here is because we don't get to do it that much, and you know, just to make the memories with my dad, my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, and my nephew. It was great, you know, it was tough hunting at first, but you know, that second day we got some birds, you know, the guys put us on.
I brought Braden along just because he really enjoys the outdoors as well. He's been deer hunting with me previously. He really enjoys fishing, so he is always outdoors with us.
My favorite things were seeing all the animals.
What was your favorite animal?
The bunnies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great that we have, you know, multiple generations of our family here hunting together. He's coming up with his, you know, me as dad and his grandfather and his uncles and everybody hunting with him, so I think it's a great life experience for him. I had a really good experience pheasant hunting here, and it was good to see different environments and lots of different wildlife. We saw lots of deer, we saw rabbits, we saw coyote. Lots of different things, so every day was a new adventure. If we don't teach them young, you know, our sport's gonna die eventually. We gotta teach them, you know, to take care of the outdoors and be good outdoorsmen, to carry on the traditions.
Yeah, the landscape here is obviously totally different than South Louisiana. But, you know, one thing I noticed while we were prairie chicken hunting tonight was it's just so peaceful and quiet, and the sunset was perfect for our last hunt. I can't describe it. It's just something I'll never forget.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemary Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Adam is the newest guide at Bad River Buck and Birds. How long have you been guiding and what made you want to do it?
This is my second season out here, and Brett, he just found me working up in northern Minnesota at a fishing resort and asked me to come out here and chase pheasants.
And I feel like, so we've come here a couple years and all the people that come hunt here feel like they start to become family, but it's nice to see 3 generations of families coming to hunt together. That's got to be something special too.
Well, we get it all the time where I think we had family, so 4 generations here earlier this year.
Wow.
So that's always cool, seeing family come out here and just enjoy themselves. They get away from work in the outside world, coming out here to Draper.
One of the first things that I noticed, there's a lot of, looks like regulars, and everybody knows each other, and I think Adam said it at one point, family. You know, everybody cares about each other, and it's been a great experience so far.
We've been coming here for a few years. We're seeing the same hunters, the same people that are working here, and a lot of the people that hunt here actually do become kind of like family in that they come up early in the year and they help do planting and do a lot of hunting, but everybody knows their way around the lodge, and that's kind of what makes this place really special to us. So it's been a wonderful trip once again, and a little bit different every year.
With so much to see and do during this Cajun invasion, we can't possibly fit it all into just one episode. With more hunting, breathtaking views, and abundant wildlife, there's a reason some say South Dakota is the land of plenty.
We need to preserve this land for not just us, but for everybody.
So stay tuned in next week's episode for more adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage of a northern Bayou Wild.